The Japanese-Korean production Romantics Anonymous has an ending that's not just exciting for fans of the show but for anyone who might be interested in what's coming next. The 8-episode TV show tells the story of two people who are both socially phobic in their own way. Sosuke is a germaphobe and can't be touched by anyone because he believes his older brother died because of the germs he transferred to him. On the other hand, Hana can't look people in the eye and feels socially anxious in any group setting. The two become acquainted when Sosuke takes over as CEO of Losover. Hana is an anonymous chocolatier for the chocolate shop and has been working closely with her mentor and the owner of Losover, Kenji-san. But his death is what forces her to step out of her house and start working at the store, but without letting anyone know who she really is. What complications does this lead to, and does Hana manage to save Losover? Let's find out in the ending of Romantics Anonymous. In the final episode, Sosuke is forced to attend a shareholders' meeting while Hana participates in the World Chocolate Masters, a competition that she's participating in specifically to save Losover. Now, Sosuke's cousin is so eager to take over the confectionery that he tried to throw Sosuke and his father, both of whom took him in as their own, out of their own company. Even Sosuke's father believes saving Losover is not good for the business, but Sosuke is certain that the chocolate itself can have the impact that Kenji had before he died. Additionally, Sosuke's father also has a heart attack before the big meeting, making everyone nervous about the situation. But on the day of the meeting, Sosuke gives a heartfelt speech about how chocolate makes a huge difference in people's lives. He talks about how chocolate brings happiness, and it adds something special to our everyday lives. It's a memory that is shared between family and friends. Sosuke talks about how if they want to bring even a little bit of happiness to the people through chocolate, they have to work with the people of Losover to make it happen. He hopes to create something great together with them at Futego Confectionery. This leaves everyone in the meeting moved. Plus, he's also spoken to all the shareholders who know the importance of Kenji's chocolate already. But Sosuke isn't worried anymore. He's ready to let things go if he has to. Because he then leaves the meeting to go support Hana in her endeavors. Fortunately, his plan works, and Kenji's wife also speaks at the shareholder meeting, letting everyone know how Sosuke was the reason she was able to step out of the house after the death of her husband. She talks about how, with just one piece of chocolate, Sosuke was able to make her feel better, just as he had described, and this leads to the shareholders agreeing not to overthrow father and son. Sosuke saves his company, but more importantly, he asks his cousin to join him in his endeavors as a CEO, not to run away. The whole reason Losover had to participate in the competition was to keep the company alive and make sure the board understood the importance of Kenji's chocolate. Hana struggles at first to describe her chocolate, but Sosuke makes it in the nick of time to encourage her, along with the whole team, who forgave her for lying about who she really was, the anonymous chocolatier. Hana talks about how making chocolate saved her life, and how it gives her a reason to live. But more importantly, she made the chocolate specifically hoping it might give other people strength to live too. Throughout the show, we've seen the beauty in this statement. It didn't have to be Hana's chocolate, but the chocolate from Losover is a symbol of hope that gives people meaning in their lives and helps them get over their struggles. She wins the competition, saving the company and living up to Sosuke's expectations too. In Romantics Anonymous ending, it's revealed that Hana had a word with Irene, trying to understand why she felt like she needed to be close to Sosuke all the time. It seems she liked him way before she realized it, and they truly shared the feeling of sarang. Hana had a crush on Hiro because she thought he saved her life, and it was something that was imprinted on her mind. But it was revealed in the end that it was actually Sosuke who saved her life, despite his fear of touch. At that moment, he was able to hold her and pull her away from the incoming vehicle. Finally, after winning the competition, Hana hugs Sosuke and confesses to him. On the other hand, when Sosuke meets his father, the latter asks him if he can't even touch him in a moment like this one. He's bedridden and near death. But Sosuke finally musters up the courage to place his hand on his father's, making him happy and showing us how much he's grown through the show. On the other hand, Hiro and Irene get a fresh start, too, giving us hope that they're going to be the next happy couple in this story. Finally, Hana returns to working with Lusover as a proper chef. On the other hand, it's been 1 year since Irene went off to clear her own mind and deal with her issues with interpersonal relationships as a counselor. She finally gets a message from Hana, and this time it's an invite. It looks like not only did the chocolates in the rainbow palette get an upgrade, but it's time for Sosuke and Hana to move forward, too. The show ends with the duo getting married, except when Hana is too anxious with the crowd, Sosuke runs away with her, making it truly a special moment for them. They're each other's chocolate. Romantics Anonymous ends on an exciting note and introduces 2 new characters. As you know, this is a mixed production with a Korean and Japanese team working together. So, it appears to me that this universe of mixed dramas is going to expand with a new show starring Song Joong-Ki and Sakaguchi Kentaro, who plays Counselor Ando. Romantics Anonymous is about finding a way to live with your social impairments. It doesn't show Hana and Sosuke changing their personalities to be accepted as regular humans, because they already are. They just happen to improve on themselves. So, I feel like whatever this next show or next season will bring will also be about mental health in some way. I'm not sure either of these actors would be down for a boy love show, but if that's what's being hinted at for us, then, dang, it'll be huge. But as of now, nothing is confirmed, and only time will tell what's coming next. Romantics Anonymous is a remake of a French film, so this chapter is likely closed.